So we looked at request and response in more detail. Let's go down. The request gives us some interesting functionality like get pet info. We can retrieve the get and post variables. Request query get full, request query get bar, or if it's not present, use this value. Get HTTP host. You can retrieve a file. Let's Google it. So as you can see, a lot of is using it as well. So is the I'm not sure if I pronounced it the right way. Sorry about that. So let's look at the uploaded file. It's basically a data transfer object. So it's a class that wraps around the file. It's quite interesting. You can have a peek at some of these classes, of course, when you get into reading the documentation. There's a lot of functionality here, but there is also this documentation, but maybe later we can try and do this as well. We shall see. So, you get a file with this type of request. You can get cookies. You can get header values like host or content type. You can get the request method, which is amazing. You can get the languages, and you can even create your own request, which is not the use case. You may not really understand what the use case is, but in the future, when you create MVC structure, like let's MVC pattern, so model view controller. So maybe in the controller you would create a request to some other pet based on conditional logic, and that would be useful there, for instance. Or maybe you could listen for events, which is complex Symfony, a little bit complex, not so much. Don't worry too much. And send a request. Yeah. The response, you can create one, set content, set status code, response headers, set content type, text HTML, cache for, I guess this is seconds or minutes, I'm not sure. You can check if the IP is the same as the IP you defined, so you can block access. And here are some similar functionalities like set trusted proxies. Okay, and that's it for this documentation part. Next we will build up the front controller.